Welcome to 6WIND's webinar, where we will share the highlights of our new software releases for our vRouter and 6WINDGate products. My name is Kelly LeBlanc. I run 6WIND's marketing program and am based in Santa Clara, California. Joining me is Jan Rappaport, 6WIND's VP of Product Management. Jan will give an overview of our new software releases. We reserved plenty of time for Q&A, so please don't hesitate to ask us questions. You can enter your questions using the Q&A button at the bottom of your screen, and we will answer them at the end of the webinar in the order that they are received. Let me start with a short product summary. 6WIND's initial flagship product, 6WINDGate, is a complete Layer 2 through Layer 4 networking stack available in a source code form factor optimized for standard commercial off-the-shelf servers, including x86 and ARM architectures. 6WINDGate is integrated by OEM vendors to develop a complete networking appliance, solution, or system. 6WINDGate is also used to build 6WIND's vRouter family. The vRouter family includes software solutions for routing, secure VPNs, and hypervisor scaling. It is a family of products designed to offer a cost-effective, high-performance alternative to hardware routers and security gateways. Customers for this solution benefit from the various advantages of virtualization, such as cost savings, networking flexibility, and programmability. You may have read the news in Fierce Telecom several weeks ago about 6WIND vRouter's big customer win with PIT US and PIT Chile. This is an Internet Exchange Point, or IXP, deployment where PIT serves over 80 internet service providers that in turn serve 10 million users. 6WIND's vRouter provides a full-featured border router to replace hardware routers with software on commercial off-the-shelf servers. We deliver the high-performance BGP required to build large peering networks. In this deployment, our vRouter is deployed on VMware ESXi inside commercial off-the-shelf servers from Dell and HP. In today's webinar, we will start with an overview of our current use cases. Then I will unveil several new use cases with a calendar of webinars where we will demonstrate our new use cases. Then I will turn it over to Jan to introduce our new vRouter and 6WINDGate releases and near-term roadmaps. Then we will have plenty of time for Q&A. All of the new release and roadmap features that Jan will share today contribute to 6WIND software use cases. For our vRouter, we have use cases where our customers replace hardware with software. A leading example is our border vRouter, where we've replaced hardware border routers with vRouters. We have many ISP customers who have successfully made this transition, including our latest IXP customer PIT US and PIT Chile. Our security vRouter use cases are popular because we allow customers to replace security gateways and IPsec VPN solutions with vRouters. Multi-cloud, UCPE, and SDN vRouters are emerging use cases as well. For 6WINDGate, we have use cases where our customers use our networking stacks to build their own products. This includes 5G solutions, TCP applications, network appliances, and telco infrastructure. 6WINDGate gives you the freedom to build anything you want on your own. Now, let's look at our upcoming use case webinar calendar. Our June 5th webinar introduces our multi-cloud vRouter solution. Many companies now host services on different cloud platforms such as AWS, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud Platform. We will share a demo on how our vRouter can manage connections, routing, and peering for each cloud service provider. A single vRouter instance can handle more than 100 customers, and each customer's virtual routing function is configured according to customer requirements. It is a very scalable and flexible solution. Then, on July 3rd, we will introduce a new demo for our mobile security gateway vRouter. For customers migrating from hardware to software appliances or building 5G products and networks, this is a very attractive solution. We have the IPsec performance and scalability required for 5G's high bandwidth requirements and virtualized architectures. This is a must-see for anyone transitioning hardware security gateway infrastructure to software, in addition to designing secure 5G architecture. On July 17th, we will introduce our new CG-NAT vRouter product. Based on successful 6WINDGate source code deployments for CG-NAT in Tier 1 and Tier 2 service provider networks worldwide, we have now packaged our software into a CG-NAT vRouter appliance. During this webinar, we will introduce our CG-NAT vRouter and extend an invitation for evaluation. We hope you will join our new webinar series and bring your questions too. Now I will turn it over to Jan to introduce our new product release.
Thank you, Kelly. Hi, everyone. Let's talk about 6WIND's new vRouter release, starting with our Turbo Router and Turbo IPsec software network appliances. Let's start with networking features. Our routing protocol offering is now complete with OSPF v3, RIP v1, RIP v2, RIP-NG, in addition to OSPF v2 and BGP that were available in the previous release. BGP and OSPF can also handle multiple VRFs. We have also introduced basic QoS features with rate limiting per interface and per VRF based on a 2-rate 3-color traffic conditioner. Class-based queuing will be added in the next release. QoS per VRF is essential to the multi-cloud vRouter use case. For security, we have added unicast reverse path forwarding that helps to prevent IP address spoofing and DOS attacks. And in terms of IP services, we have added the support of DHCP server, DHCP relay, and DNS proxy. Regarding management, in addition to local SSH key and password authentication, we now support role-based access control. The vRouter appliances support admin and viewer roles with different privileges and authentication, authorization, and accounting through TACAX+. For logging, we have added transport layer security support to syslog to keep log messages confidential. And SFlow now includes input and output interfaces in the samples sent to the collector for analysis. Now for system and environment, control plane protection is supported. It is a software mechanism that reduces the risk of dropping control plane packets under load. PXE can now be used to automate the installation of the vRouter on a bare system that is not loaded with any OS. We have also added support for Amazon Elastic Network Adapter, or ENA, for AWS deployment. And regarding environment, as usual, we follow the latest open source software releases to be up to date in terms of features and security fixes. Let's now switch to Virtual Accelerator, our vRouter solution for hypervisor scaling. For networking, OVS now supports setting a SKB mark for further processing with policy-based routing. And in terms of QoS, in addition to the same basic QoS features as Turbo Router and Turbo IPsec, we have added advanced class-based QoS features, including cost marking in egress, policing per flow, TOS and IP protocol, shaping per traffic class, and PBDWRR scheduling. Now regarding system and environment, it is now possible to restart the networking stack, for example after an update, without any impact on the connected virtual machines. We provide signed RPMs and DEB repository for our customers who require more security. And in terms of environment, we support the latest open source and OpenStack releases. Finally, as the foundation technology behind Turbo appliances and Virtual Accelerator, our 6WINDGate source code product inherits all the features listed in the previous slides, plus some interesting new features. Regarding networking, The CG-NAT module now supports NAT 6.4, which is a mechanism for translating IPv6 packets to IPv4 packets and vice versa. A new CG firewall module is introduced for handling establishment of contracts in the fast path for a higher session establishment rate. We have also introduced an MPLS control plane, including the label distribution protocol and BGP L3 VPN to distribute information related to MPLS VPNs through BGP. And as mentioned, 6WINDGate shares the QoS and OVS networking features we have seen with the vRouter products. In terms of management, we have added our Yang-based management system, also known as YAMS, the support of basic QoS features and configuration of the fast path. This provides the CLI and netconf API for integration with orchestration and automation systems. We also support the same syslog, TLS, and sFlow in-out interface reporting features as for the vRouter products. Finally, regarding system and environment, 6WINDGate will support a new ARM platform, namely the NXP LS1046. And as usual, this comes in addition to the features previously mentioned for the vRouter products. Now that we have reviewed the features available in our new release, let's see what's next in our roadmap. In our next release in Q3 2019, we will introduce a new vRouter CG-NAT use case. Based on our CG-NAT technology deployed by Tier 1 service provider and OEM customers, we are developing a ready-to-use CG-NAT vRouter appliance. This appliance supports NAT 4.4, NAT 6.4, port block allocation, IP pool management, various ALGs, hairpinning, advanced mapping and filtering features, and more. In terms of performance, we'll support 30 million simultaneous connections per 25 gig of RAM, and this number scales according to the memory available in the system. The establishment rate is 200K connections per second per core, and the throughput is 10 gigabit per second per core. This number scales with the number of cores assigned to the data plane. Our benchmarks were done on a dual Intel Xeon Platinum 8170 at 2.10 GHz with Intel X520 10 gig NICs. Finally, to configure the vRouter, we will provide our CLI and netconf APIs for automation, KPIs that can be exported to a time series database and visualized in an analytics dashboard, and the indispensable logs that track the creation and deletion of CPEs. Regarding networking features, we will support for all products path monitoring for static routes, which provides forwarding path failure detection using ICMP and deactivation of associated static route. The static route is reactivated when the path comes back up. We support as well bidirectional forwarding detection that provides fast forwarding path failure detection times. BGP and OSPF will register with BFD to detect failures faster than the standard keep alive or hello mechanisms. Finally, BGP FlowSpec IPv6 provides the ability to exchange IPv6 filtering information through BGP. Then QoS Advanced, that is class-based QoS with policing, shaping, and scheduling, will be added to Turbo Router and Turbo IPsec. Note that the feature is already available today in 6WINDGate and Virtual Accelerator without management. IPsec SVTI is added to Turbo IPsec. The feature is also available today in 6WINDGate without management. OVS handling of IPv6 VXLAN encapsulation will be supported for Virtual Accelerator and 6WINDGate. And finally, a new TCP add-on module will be added to 6WINDGate to provide TLS 1.2 and 1.3 and DTLS 1.2 support to the 6WINDGate TCP stack. For management, we will provide support for alarms and events in case something goes wrong in the system. This will include the detection of issues within the 6WIN technology, but also problems with routing or security protocols, high availability, etc. The alarms and events will be raised through SNMP and logs. TLI and netconf management will be added for advanced QoS features. as well as for IPsec SVTI, and for CG-NAT, including KPIs. And finally, we will work on supporting the latest version of open source modules. This includes DPDK 1904, FRR7 for routing, StrongSwan 5.7, and more. For Virtual Accelerator and 6WINDGate, we will support the latest OpenStack STEAN and Red Hat OSP. Now to Kelly for the Q&A session.
Thank you, Jan. So as you can see, we have a lot of existing features that are ready now to use, and as well as a lot of features coming in the near-term roadmap. Hopefully this gave you some ideas for your questions, because our Q&A session is now open. As a reminder, you can answer your questions using the Q&A button at the bottom of the screen. We will answer your questions in the order that they are received. So let's get started. So for the first question, Jan, you talked a lot about management. We have our new Yang NetConf engine. So what are the benefits of NetConf?
NetConf is a standard first. It's a standard, and it's a model-based API. So it is programmatic and it eases automation. So compared to a CLI, it's much easier and much faster to automate the interaction with the vRouter using NetConf than with the CLI.
Okay. The second question, have you integrated your vRouter with any management frameworks?
Yes. So there are several answers to this question. So first, our historical customers using our 6WINDGate source code have integrated our technology with their own management frameworks. So that includes tier 1 OEMs such as Nokia, NEC. So for the vRouter inherits all these integrations. For monitoring, we have also done a pre-integration with InfluxDB and Grafana. So we provide that on a public GitHub, so you can check the integration using a time series database and analysis dashboard. We have also done some basic integration with, I would say, legacy software like Nagios that rely on SNMP. And the last part of it is orchestration. So for orchestration, we have integrated with VMware, with OpenStack, using some open source or commercial versions. We've done integration with Cloudify, for example, with Nuage and Contron, who are our partners for Virtual Accelerator. So we have integrated our vRouter with different management frameworks for configuration and monitoring both.
Okay, fantastic. The next question is, okay, do I need a specific license to deploy in virtual machines?
No, it's pure software. So our vRouter supports bare metal and VM deployments, and that's using the same software license. For example, on bare metal, we support installations through PXE, through ISO, through USB. For VMs, we provide prepackaged images, or OVA or QCO2 images, and that is with the same license. So you're able to deploy as bare metal or as VM as you wish.
Okay. Next question. Are any of your customers building 5G equipment?
Yes. So we have tier 1 OEM customers that build their EPC, their Evolved Packet Core, with our technology. We have also several customers that build security gateways for their mobile infrastructure to secure the communication between the base stations and the core of the network. The approach for 5G, the preferred approaches are IPsec and TLS DTLS, and we support both with our accelerated stacks.
Okay, and I'll add some color to that as well. So we also recently won a major project for our 6WINDGate TCP stack in a tier 1 OEM. So our TCP stack will increase performance for our customers' quality of experience solutions within their traffic management solution. This is very important for 5G. So another great 5G equipment example. Separately, we also just won another major project for our TCP stack within satellite communications. Okay, so that's all the questions I can see on my side. Jan, do you see any more questions on your side?
No, Kelly, there are no more questions.
Okay, then our Q&A session is now closed. And with that, we can close our webinar. So thank you all for joining our webinar. We welcome you to register for an evaluation on our website at 6wind.com, and we look forward to speaking with you soon. Bye now.